Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. Today's tip is quit dyeing your hair. Now, maybe you are getting older like me. Maybe you have some gray or silver throughout your hair, and you're thinking, oh, but I don't want to be old. It's okay. It's okay. We can age gracefully. We don't need to dye our hair. Or maybe you're young. Maybe you're goth and want that dark hair, want to be a fiery redhead or a spunky multicolored unicorn rainbow hair because it's fun. And I understand it. I'm sure it is tons of fun. When I was in my 20s, I dyed my hair. Sorry. I dyed my hair every couple of weeks in my 20s. So I understand. One of my good friends was a stylist though, so I got really cheap. I got my hair professionally done for like $20-ish with high quality dye because she was able to get it deeply discounted or free. So I just had to pay her and everything. So when I decided though to stop dyeing my hair, it took about 2 or 3 times. And I don't know if you can tell from there, but I have like multiple colors in my hair. I I mean, most people do to some extent. I do to an extreme extent. And when I was younger, I had every color from like clear to dark brown and different shades of red and chestnut and honey blonde and all sorts of things. And so just doing an all over color and letting it grow out wasn't an option because I still would have like this weird line. Like finding my color wasn't really easy. Like couldn't figure out what color my hair was naturally. And so then what we did is we took it gradually. So I'd never done an all over color. I always did foils, but I went from my standard was 50 to 100 foils just like all throughout my head. And so then we did less foils. We only did them on the top and we did less hair in each foil and we gradually like did that and it took like 2 or 3 times. And we'd cut off the ends because like that was but like every couple of months. So we spread it out it was like 2 or 3 months in between and it wasn't incredibly obvious. But if you are currently dyeing your hair, you can work with your stylist to go back to your natural color and they can help you out there. If you are more close to a monochromatic color where you can just do it all over, then go for it if that's an option. I suppose you could also just shave your head and then nobody sees the color, but I don't recommend that one. That takes a lot of confidence. But as women, we are told our whole lives that our looks are valuable. Don't let yourself go. It's important to be pretty. You want to look good to get a husband. Like a lot of value is unreasonably placed on how we look in a way that it's not necessarily done with men. Um, I don't know any guys who, when they were little, were told it's a good thing you have blonde curls and blue eyes so that you can easily get a wife, because I was told that I could easily get a husband that way. It's a good thing you have those blonde curls and blue eyes so you can get a husband. It's the 80s, by the way. I am not like this was not the 40s. This was like the 80s. So whether you are young and in that fun stage of life and just enjoying dyeing your hair, but all of a sudden funds are tighter and you want to reach your financial goals, or whether you're older and you're not quite ready to be gray, it's okay. And I mean, if you can't let this one go, that's fine, but I recommend trying it because the thing is that y'all are more beautiful than you realize. I see women all the time that are absolutely gorgeous. And the weird thing about me is that if I see something pretty, I tend to say it. So if I happen to be in a store and I really like some stranger's hair, I will tell them. Like it's almost a compulsion. I can't, it's not even to be nice. It's just like a, wow, I really like your hair. Wow, your skirt is so beautiful. Wow, I love your eyeshadow. Or oh my gosh, you have the most gorgeous eyes. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. The eye one has gotten me in trouble a couple of times because people always take it the wrong way. Because I'm not a fan of eye contact. So if I'm looking at your eyes, it's because there's something like incredibly intriguing about your iris. Um, but then a lot of people think something different. Anyways, I am rambling again. But you are beautiful just as you are, and you'll be beautiful with gray hair or blonde hair or black hair or brown hair or whatever your natural hair color is. You're still going to be just as beautiful. You might not be confident at first. Because let me tell you, when I was younger and I would go, I switched primarily between blonde and red, but it was very mood based. Very much so. And when I got that, as soon as that red hair came on, I felt like this fiery redhead. And the blonde me was more like subtle and demure and all of that. And the redhead me was not. I was fiery and I was brutal. So I absolutely understand how hair color can give you confidence, but if you had told me in my 20s that I would be doing what I am doing now in front of a camera, no makeup, in my pajamas and hair a mess, I would not believe you. For potentially millions of people to see. Billions could see it. I mean, like, granted, I mean, not yet, but I would never have believed that I would have done that. But I've gradually realized that one, I mean, and this is probably a little bit more neat. Looks don't matter to me really. I don't care so much what I look like. I'm not trying to impress anybody. But and that definitely is freeing. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of days where I wake up and I'm like, I do not feel beautiful most days. But I think most of us don't feel beautiful most days. And it's funny because we are so much more beautiful than we realize, because the thing is beauty comes from within. So as hard as it might be, I mean, dyeing your hair is expensive. I did the math. It's cheapest box dye you can get is like $5 every 6 weeks. You're looking at $45 plus tax. I think it was like 43 something. If you're going to a salon, you're looking at $500 to $5,000 a year before tip. Or no, the 5,000 I was like with tip. It's like, it's ridiculous. And if you have the money, go for it. If you've met your financial goals, that's fine. If you're just looking to save a little bit here or there and looking for creative ways, then that's fine too. But changing your beauty routine is one of the quickest ways to save money. And one big chunk of that is dyeing your hair. Especially with today's hair dye and multi-process and all the colors and stuff. So remember, you are beautiful just as you are, and you deserve that money in your pocket. So today's advice is this: quit dyeing your hair and embrace your true beauty. Anyways, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more tips, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.